Hello and welcome to Shadow's Heretic Kingdoms. Now this is actually a new one for me. Usually I do a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, but I decided to try something a little bit different this time because I saw this on Steam quite a while ago and decided to pick it up. I think the screenshots just sort of enticed me to give this a go because it does look pretty fabulous. So yeah, I have no idea what I have no idea about anything in this game. I literally only played it for about 2 minutes to test it out to see if it was working and whatnot. So I think we just jump right in. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I know is that there are two forms that your character has. One is the normal standard human form, and the second you take the form of a devourer, which is some sort of ghostly spectral wraith type thing. So yeah, I think I'll make my ghost thing a magic caster and I'll make my human a warrior, just to have a balance of both. So yeah, let's just get started. I'll be quiet in the opening cutscene.
Perhaps I should feel some twinge of guilt at all I have done. But I've had little time for scruples. It was once an honor to be entombed within these ancient catacombs, but centuries have passed, and now only the brave or foolhardy walk these tunnels. Perhaps I'm the last living soul here, although I'm far from alone. This is not my story, although I am the architect of what transpires. A conspirator in the ruination that threatens the heretic kingdoms, and the most unlikely of alliances that might yet save us all.
And I think that's it. So it's actually a lot shorter than I expected.
Thou summons me.
So take what you will from that cutscene. Like I said, I don't know anything about this. This is actually meant to be a sequel to. Oh, I've forgotten the name. But yeah, this game does have a predecessor. It's actually quite old now.
But we are fortunate, you and I.
So yeah, this is, you can probably tell, an action RPG. I've actually not played too many action RPGs. I always try to get into them, but I don't know. There hasn't seemed to be any that's really sort of grabbed me. Oh my god, the frame rate isn't great. It's probably because I'm recording this at the same time. Let's have a look at the settings. Yeah, that should have helped. When I turned the light quality to low, my computer had, I think it was 60 frames per second, bang on. Now it's struggling. Now, at least it's getting better now, so that's good. So yeah, it's an action RPG. I played Grim Dawn, Path of Exile, Torchlight, the big ones, pretty much. But none of them really has sort of kept my attention. I actually played them for quite a bit. I think I have over 60 hours in both Grim Dawn and Path of Exile, separately. Path of Exile is actually a really good game. I mean, if I were to recommend one, it would be that. But that's only if you have a really, really good, stable connection.
You were summoned without a pact.
For me, that was pretty much one of the big factors which turned me off the game.
Choose wisely, demon.
So yeah, this is where we choose our class, I think. So the first choice is Calig the Bandit King. He's a warrior.
Sadly for
I think we'll be
Callie,
going with him.
some called him a barbarian. Choose Callie, just
Yeah.
wild boar. A great hero, he fell in
He
battle
is
over
the second one. This has actually recently been updated.
Wolf tribe.
So before it, there was only the warrior class. Now there is the hunter, who I think is more of an archer. And the mage, Avia, is still to be released. I would have wanted to try her, but it's still as it says at the bottom right hand corner, pre-alpha. I mean, I doubt it's pre-alpha. I'd say it's probably a good beta by now. Yeah, look, not available in early access version. So we'll go for Calig.
Namek, I shall have my vengeance.
I require thy soul.
Yeah, now,
Thou hast no further need of it.
yeah, so this is where they make a pact of some sorts. So you can actually, the cool thing is, I think this is one of the selling points of the game, is you can actually switch between both human and devourer form.
Agony is unbearable.
Very well, the die.
So that sort of opens up more
In a sense,
more
you and the demon
sort of
are one now.
opportunities
In truth,
in gameplay.
I do not know what happened.
Thy soul is mine to command.
You overrate your powers, demon, and your fate and his are now make haste to
So
the
yeah,
city
Path of
God.
Exile. Yeah, it's a great game. I mean, I love their barter
Our
system.
fates are bound together,
Their their
demon.
sort of currency system. That I think that's
Find ways to
ingenious.
thrive together.
The combat is really good actually. Yeah, solid combat.
Far more
Graphics, it looks really nice.
join me in the
The only thing is the desyncing. The fact that it's always online, which I understand why it's always online. I mean, it needs to be because it's a free-to-play game. So yeah, press S and then you can switch to your human form. And it's just your standard, click to attack. Okay, I seem to be missing everything. And yeah, and the blue bar at the bottom isn't mana. You don't actually have mana to keep track of. Instead, that is your soul gauge, I think. Yeah, as it says there, healing. So when you kill enemies, you get their souls, and you can use those souls to heal yourself. It's actually quite cool. So yeah, I think that's about it for now. Let's have a look at the skill. Just a big AoE smash. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys. So yeah, in Path of Exile, it's the main problem I had with it was desync. I mean, I really enjoyed what I played of it, but especially in the later stages, when you really do have to be at at the top of your game and really paying attention to stuff. When you die because of lag spikes, because of of enemies just appearing, just popping in out of nowhere, it's really infuriating. So I think that's one of the reasons that led me to quit. But gameplay wise, it's really, really good. I mean, a lot of people have switched from Diablo 3, which I haven't tried. That's pretty much the only one I haven't tried so far, to Path of Exile, because people just sort of they sort of see Path of Exile as a more worthy successor to Diablo 2. I mean, yeah, I know that they've fixed most of the issues people had now with the real money auction house, but I think it's a bit too late now. I've just sort of lost all interest in Diablo 3. It really just was a bad decision from the start. Yeah, another thing about Path of Exile is I think the currency system is it's both like one of its strong points and its weak points. I think it's sort of because, I mean, if you don't know how it works, crafting materials are pretty much the currency of the game. So you don't get so gold isn't important. Actually, I don't remember. Is there gold? Even if there is gold, it's really not important. What is important are these crafting materials. That is pretty much how you trade items with other people. That's all people look for. And the thing is, because they are so important, it means that, you know, if you craft an item, and because like everything's random in the crafting, and you craft something that's just absolutely useless, I think it sort of punishes you a bit too hard when that does happen. I mean, Path of Exile is not an easy game. I think a lot of people sort of don't realise that.
What have you done to me, demon?
I mean, especially, you really need to plan for a lot of things, and
No demon
to me, I don't
commands
really know if I like that. Skills as well, like your builds, character builds. I don't know if they've addressed it now, but I don't think you can respec unless you have this particular crafting component. Yeah, so you need an item, you know, I think it's something like, I think the item that does let you respec points only respecs 1 point. It only lets you respec 1 point, where,
This
you know,
bridge
your
is
character's skill tree is absolutely huge.
Let me investigate this in
If you haven't seen the skill tree for Path of Exile, all I can tell you is it's pretty much Final Fantasy X's sphere grid. So yeah, it's absolutely gargantuan in size. I mean, I love just the variety you can have in your character builds. It's really good. But the thing is, if you screw something up, then that does have a really bad effect. In the future, you'll have a really tough time. So, and you can't really address it either. You just have to start all over again, because there's no way you can farm enough materials to respec your points from an early stage. For me, it's just a bit too punishing. I mean, from action RPGs, I tend to think that they're pretty relaxing games. I mean, I don't like to do too much thinking in action RPGs. For me, it's all about just mindlessly hacking and slashing. Oh, I think you actually need to swap to your ghost form to cross here yet. Yeah, for me it's more about hacking and slashing and just getting really good loot. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. That's one of the main things an action RPG has to get right, is loot. I mean, hell, that's why I like Fallout so much. It's because of the loot, especially with mods as well. Mods are a must for me. Yeah, in all Bethesda games, I tend to have them really modded out, like to the point where my computer just struggles to run them properly. So yeah, that's like 2 or 3 things I don't like about Path of Exile, which ultimately just caused me to quit. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it has a really dedicated fan base for a reason. I mean, community-wise, they're great as well. They have really regular updates from what I remember, from my experience. Unlike Grim Dawn. Yeah, Grim Dawn, that was probably the second action RPG I picked up recently. Again, it does it does have the potential to be good, but the thing is, the thing I don't like about it is the developers just take far too long to update their game. I mean, it's, I don't know, how long has it been? About 2 years? Since it was released in alpha? More than 2 years actually. And right now I think it's at build 19. So if you think about it, that's averaging less than an update a month. And that's, you know, not counting hotfixes. I'm counting only content patches. So yeah, progress is just really slow. I mean, I think that's partly one of the reasons why there aren't too many people playing it. It's because a lot of them probably have just lost interest. And yeah, I mean, you'd think I would have learnt from that. You know, I would have learnt from buying something in early access, but yeah, I'm impatient. So I sort of go into early access games half expecting them not to turn out so good. I don't know, this one, I think it's just pretty graphics really that have convinced me to give this a go. I mean, the skill effects and stuff are really good. One thing I've noticed though is it is kind of sluggish. It might just be this warrior dude who's, you know, big and chunky and a bit slow. But yeah. Oh, I think I got stunned or something. But yeah, look, he does move pretty slowly. But a good thing that does is it gives attacks a lot of impact. You really do feel it when he strikes an enemy. There's actually a lot of containers and stuff. It's taken quite a while to loot this. Yeah, I'm hoping that the loot will be really... I'm hoping they have good loot, because if it doesn't have good loot then already the game's done for me. I mean, you might as well just give up. So, one that's usable by the Devourer, but it requires level 7, so I can't use that at the moment. So let's have a look at the skill tree actually. How do we do that? You go here. Now, as you can see here, there's, I think, yeah, there's 2 different weapon types per class, or 2 different attack styles. So, you know, this sort of path requires a 2-handed blunt weapon, and this one is a 2-handed blade weapon. But I'm kind of worried. I mean, look at this, there's not much to it. It's really, really small and simplistic. I don't know if it opens up later, if you get any more skill pages. But so far this really is worrying. I mean, look at all these, look at these skills. That's, most of these are just passives. I mean, that's an active. It's another passive. Yeah, so pretty much, look, as you can see here, only 4 skills per skill. That's not enough. That's not enough variety, especially in an action RPG. I don't know, it's just, hopefully I'm wrong, but I could see this getting quite boring if that really is all there is to the skill page. But like I said again, you have to take my words with a grain of salt because this is a first play, you know, a blind playthrough pretty much. How big is this place? No idea. I think we're over here. Ah, you can, yep, now you can have a look at the whole map. We should be nearly there. Yeah, Grim Dawn, I actually wanted it to be really good, and it had the potential, but like I said, just not enough updates. I mean, most of the updates aren't even that substantial. Most of them are just sort of balance changes, and you know, maybe add in a couple of new items. It really isn't much. So I don't know, they just have to sort of get their head down and really work at it, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, their community is sort of fading away. And I don't foresee them actually getting into a public release anytime soon. So, I think we have to switch to this guy, yep. So yeah, I think, should we bother with all these coffins? Don't seem to be getting too much loot, but this is only the first dungeon.
This must be the cenotaph the hooded man spoke of. Its
Right.
power reaches shadow. There is much I like do here. This cenotaph is erected upon the
Don't know what this is.
to gate me back to this place.
Some sort of portal?
Such wonder. And I sense a gate here already. It must be the way.
So yeah, where do I go? I guess I'll go to number 1, the Thole House Cellar. So yeah, this game, I'm not really sure what to think of it. I might need some more time. I mean, like I said, it's really, really pretty. I mean, I really like the graphics. That's pretty much the only reason I got suckered into getting this in the first place.
You're in my town now, Thole, the city of outcasts.
I mean, people were complaining about the lack of
I
updates,
have unfinished business with Nemec.
but you know, ever since the update we had, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, where they added in that new class, that sort of, you know, shut everyone up. Yeah, the thing I'm most worried about is character development. I really hope there's more skills and more to it. Yeah, these containers don't actually have anything in them. It's just, you know, chump change. I haven't picked up too much yet. I don't know, who knows, they might add in a lot more stuff. Maybe even some new weapon types. I mean, so far I haven't seen any one-handed weapons yet. It's just two-handed stuff for this warrior. So that could be something they add in the future. But yeah, if I were you and I really wanted an action RPG right now, it depends. If you have really, really good internet, then play Path of Exile. I mean that would be my recommendation. But if you don't, then I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Perched at
Torchlight. Oh, did I skip that?
I do not
I
need
didn't
yours
press
or
anything.
anyone else's permission to return to my city.
Oh my god,
You
looks like we skipped a cutscene.
I thought you were.
dead?
You should not.
Well,
have
that's
come back.
bad.
My son and I have much.
Do not bring fighting on. It is bad enough.
So
that
yeah,
we are
apparently this
besieged
character is
without civil
actually,
war breaking out inside the walls.
he actually
under
wants
attack.
revenge on his son.
Aye, nomads under the commander, but the city has. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, I think his son
What an
betrayed him or something, that's how he died.
Ah, and
I'm coming, Nemec. Papa's home.
So yeah, the environments as well are really varied. I mean, we went from that really dark cave to this sort of desert town or city. It's kind of cool.
You seem lost. Maybe you should go talk to Arashad at the Guild of Silk.
So yeah, Torchlight. I don't know. Torchlight is actually really fun. I mean, it's a lot more arcadey. I don't even know if that's something you can describe in an action RPG. But yeah, it's definitely the more arcadey, both in looks and gameplay. I mean, I can see people really liking it and having a fun time with that. The only thing that pretty much puts me off Torchlight are the graphics. I'm not really a big fan of the whole cartoony style. So yeah, but it's really over the top though. I mean, all the skills in it are just really crazy. You know, you'll be leaping all over the place. There'll be, everything just looks really, really grand
Wonder who
in
has
terms
the
of
key for
you
the
know,
Arcanum.
spell effects and whatnot. But yeah, it's mostly the graphics that put me off that. So you could say I'm quite picky. Yeah, not to mention Torchlight 2 is a little bit old now. Maybe I should try some mods for that. That could help it quite a bit. So, who am I meant to speak to now? I have no idea. Acquire the Arcanum key. Yeah, maybe I should have been paying attention. That would have helped. Oh my goodness.
You can get elixirs really cheap from Rabbi.
Oh my god. Is there a quest log? Yeah, journal. Yeah, where's the Guild of Steel? Well, it looks like we might be stuck, which isn't good. Yeah, I really should have been paying attention there. I was too busy just blabbing about random stuff. Well, it's pointing me this way. I think we'll try heading that way. And yeah, Diablo 3, I don't know, like I said, it's a bit too little too late, in my opinion. And also, it's still really expensive. I mean, it's only Blizzard sells it. You know, either you can only get it through Blizzard or
Has no one in your
through
employ managed to
retail.
kill you, I was for a while, but you know how it is.
So yeah, it's still
Built your
about
own death, eh?
£30
Didn't think you had it.
at the moment, at least.
Some days, I surprise even myself.
Hell, I don't even know if
I am at your
Reaper of
disposal.
Souls is sold separately, so that could be easily, you know, £50 or something. Or about $60 in the US, I think.
Where is Nemec now? We have...
You must seek him.
Fine.
I did say.
Merchant, you just tell me what you need.
Please, ask your questions.
Do you have any need for my skills?
I am in need of some assist. I've lost a few merchants to
So,
a Heretic
it looks
spider
like this is our
attack.
first proper
Last
quest.
purchase. How can I help?
How is the Duke faring?
Better than I had no love for my. I do not trust.
It's nice that there's all this
him.
voice
Just because
acting.
he's in the Order of the Veil.
I mean, every single
Everyone knows the Order is
line
just
of dialogue
the
is voice acted, which is really good.
The Inquisition uses to cloak its institutional corruption. All would be.
On that, we are of one mind.
Please, ask your questions.
What do you need from my guild house?
When he defeated my father and became
So,
it was given to my father. by
what are
the
we
Grand
doing?
Dharma, gave it to the
Yeah, usually with
mercenaries.
action RPGs I don't tend to worry too much about story.
The sword is Victor's key.
I mean, most of the time
sword
it's
will be
just...
down there somewhere, I'm certain. Far too valuable. Find the sword.
Most of the time it's more about the combat, you know, if combat's fun, and mostly loot.
You will know it by the
Returning your sword is consider it done.
Please, ask your questions.
So yeah, it looks...
Who has a key to the Arcana?
Yeah, I think we need this key as well.
No one in my guild, I think. There is a hooded mage who enters there. How can I help?
A photic spike. What will you give me for...
I can pay you for such inside the
Right,
bed. They
so
seem to be
more of those
investing their
spiders.
great
Oh my
numbers.
goodness.
Please, ask your questions.
Yeah, I think that's plenty on our plate.
If we don't get relief soon, I may
Oh,
be
I thought we
forced
could
into
actually sell your
prostitution.
stuff to him. Where do we head to now though? Unlock the cellar to the Guild of Steel. It would be nice if I actually marked this on the map. Right. Yeah, this one's all the way over there. So yeah, I don't know. This video is probably gonna be the last you'll ever see me playing this. Because in terms of, you know, let's plays, action RPGs are probably one of the worst genres of games you can ever do a let's play on, because most of it is just focused on loot. There isn't really much going on apart from that. And I'm no entertainer. I mean, yeah, I can't entertain people like how PewDiePie could, for example. So if there's nothing happening on screen, then it does tend to get quite dull. So yeah, we're to find this sword now. I don't know, I'm quite disappointed with the loot I've been getting. Actually, I could use this. But, you know, we have literally just started. So there's no, you know, there's no sort of special effects for any of these weapons yet. You know, no fire damage, no elemental damage, no attack speed boosts or anything like that yet. Well, there's bronze, so there is crafting in it already. So it looks like they have that. I mean, in Grim Dawn, they've only literally added in crafting like, I think 2 months ago or something like that. It's been quite a long time, I mean. Yeah, that game is it's just sort of disappointed me. I put in about 80 hours into that game and I just completed it, and there was absolutely nothing left to do. I mean, I had all this really cool loot. I mean, all these unique items and stuff, but I couldn't do anything with it because they had a really low level cap at the time. And they haven't you know, they haven't updated it quickly enough yet. I mean, if you compare Grim Dawn to Warframe, then it's just a whole different story. Warframe, it's not an action RPG per se, but it's sort of, the whole meat of it is kind of like an action RPG. I mean, mostly it's loot. You're playing that game for loot. It's actually really good. I've probably put in, yeah, that's probably the game I've spent the most time in ever. I have hundreds of hours in Warframe. And they update that game pretty much every week. I mean, maybe they need to take a week break or two when there's a really big content update coming out. But yeah, the developers for Warframe are really, really good. I think they're Digital Extremes. Yeah, they're probably one of the best when it comes to interacting with their community. I mean, it's amazing. That game has just grown so much. I mean, it's like it's probably unrecognizable if you played it. If you played like the early open beta builds to now. So yeah, I can definitely recommend that. But like I said, that game is again very focused on grinding. So if you don't like that, then you probably won't like it. Although some people might enjoy the combat too. It's a third-person shooter actually, so it is kind of fast-paced. But it's a first-person shooter, but you also have, you know, these different powers. Like the two words I could use to describe Warframe easily as space ninjas. I mean, if that garners your interest, then yeah, you'll probably like it.
The only way out is upstairs.
So, you know, some of these powers may involve slash dash, so your character does just a simple slash forward, but the thing is it's in third person, so it feels really badass. And you can throw fireballs and all that as well. Yeah, the gameplay is actually really fun. It's just like I said, it's a grind. Thing is, they are constantly adding content to it, so new weapons, new warframes as well for you to try out. So yeah, this first impressions of Shadows Heretic Kingdoms has sort of turned into me recommending other games. Oh, looks like we have to take these guys down. Oh, can I actually use that sword? That'd be cool. No, you can't. It's a quest item. Oh, these guys are pretty tough. Oh my god, yeah, this guy's really slow. Actually, I should have taken those other two guys out. Maybe we could have got some sort of, you know, some pretty good gear from them. Are they gonna respawn? No, they're not. Yeah, missed out there. Don't know if I'll be playing more of this. I might wait until they release the mage class.
Traitors, death awaits you.
Or I might just wait until they've fully developed this game. Like I said, the lack of skills is really worrying me. I mean, this is all I have so far, this sort of AoE cleave type thing. I mean, I just don't know if there's a depth to sort of keep people interested in this game. let's have a look at the skills. I think we can level up something. Well, we are using a two-handed blade at the moment, so we use that. Increase attack speed. What's this? Decrease cooldown by 20%. That sounds pretty good. I want whirlwind though. I want to have a look at that. We'll have to level up one more time though. Yeah, don't think I've got far to go. So yeah, I think the community for this game is actually really small because it is in early access. And I wouldn't blame them really. I wouldn't blame you if you've, you know, now that so many games are on early access, you can't, it's really hard to tell which games are good and which games are just really under supported. Like I said, I'm still burnt from getting Grim Dawn. That was really disappointing for me. I mean, less than an update a month, that's just ridiculous, in my opinion. These Steel Warden guys are pretty tough. I don't know if I can take both of these guys on actually. Yeah, what I should be doing is spamming my Q skill a lot more, because there is no mana, so you can just use them as much as you want. I kind of want their gear though. I mean, that halberd thing, spear, looks really cool. Oh, as soon as I said it, I think we got it. Oh wow, we need to be level 10 though to use it. Is there any new loot I could use? No, not really. This is all ingredients. From what it looks like, this game might have a really deep crafting system, but I can't be sure. I mean, I've been getting a lot of ingredients, so I don't even know if I can take this guy on. I have no souls left. Yeah, no souls left. This is quite bad. Oh goodness. I might just run over to the quest mark and get this done. Yeah, I'm thinking of ending the video soon, because I have sort of ran out of things to talk about. Oh my god. Oh, I'm about to die. The great thing is you can just switch over to a new character. I could foresee them using this system for puzzles and stuff. I mean, as you've probably seen before, like some bridges which have been just blown up, you can actually switch to your ghost form and get through them like that. We can actually level up our Devourer. Yeah, he actually has access to all three. Actually, yeah, I think you can equip your... I think your Devourer has his own inventory, so you can equip different items on him. I think we'll just go for these magic ones first. But yeah, really? 4 skills? I don't know. Hopefully they add more to it, but if that's really all there is to it, then I can't recommend this at all. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the video here. If you enjoyed this first impressions, then check out my Fallout New Vegas playthroughs. You might like them too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I probably won't be doing any more Let's Plays of this because like I said, action RPGs are really hard to let's play over. But I hope this gave you a pretty good impression of what combat is like. I mean, really not that much variety to it. Actually, I think we've got a new skill for the Devourer. We'll have a look at that. Whoops. Actually, we can't use it. We need an enemy. Actually, look. Yeah, so not too much variety. Let's hope that this game does get improved though, and updated. But I'll see you guys next time, probably doing another one of my Fallout New Vegas playthroughs. Bye.